All right, you ready? Let's do this. I have a lovely little mantra for you today. And this one is about setting boundaries. Have you ever set boundaries and you kind of felt a little uneasy about it? Like you told somebody, I can't make that happen, or no more of this, or you just cut them off because they were just nothing but toxic. Well, this one is great. And this one comes from Naraya Wahid. And Naraya says, no might make them angry, but it will make you free. No might make them angry, but it will make you free. And whenever I see the word free or it's written down, I just think of a little butterfly flying free. There's nothing better than seeing nature, right? Creatures in nature, hummingbirds, cardinals, all the beautiful things in nature that we see. I always think of monarch butterflies. I say butterfly, there's many types, but I just picture them. And every time I tell somebody no, I notice myself channeling my inner butterfly. I feel free. Now I don't have to leave the house on that cold day, or I don't have to go do something I didn't want to do anyway, or spend money I don't have, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about, friends. Set those boundaries and do it for yourself in this new year. But I secretly hope you keep saying yes to yoga and meditation. All right, with that, we are going to get started. Do what you can do. Don't overdo it. We're going to come into a nice, gentle experience in our yoga class today. So I'm hoping that you're feeling good. We're going to actually start standing. We're going to actually start today toward the front of your mat and take your feet the width of the mat, nice and wide. Now, on your first inhalation, you're just going to circle the arms up tall, lift the heels high. Big exhale, through the mouth. Just these first few breaths to come into our natural breath to cleanse. Inhale, lift your heels, lift the hands high. Big sigh out the mouth. Looking good, group. Looking good. Inhale, circle it up. Reaching up tall, feel the stretch through the body. Big exhale. You hear my sighs. Let me hear yours. Inhale, reach it up. Breathing in, this time hold at the top of the breath. And a big sigh. A deeper, powerful cleanse. Beautiful. Soft through your knees, hands to the hips. Start that ujjayi breath and just start to rotate your hips. Any direction works for me. Most of us will move in a specific direction that feels most natural to us. So when I cue you to rotate the opposite direction, it's okay to feel a bit unnatural. If you feel any tension, stay in one area, hover there. Start to cultivate the ujjayi breath if you haven't already, breathing in and out of the nose as to cleanse the body, heating the body. Go ahead and switch directions. I always notice little details in this region of the body. And because I practice yoga often, obviously, with you and some on my own, I am really in tune with the regions of my body that tend to hold stress, that hold on to tension. So we're going to be paying a lot of attention to that today. And so it's not about the deepest pose, it's not about the slowest movement, but it's about being curious about your body today. Take your hips from side to side, nice slow movement, or maybe you're moving swifter today. That's also fine. Really channel the energy, the outer hip, the outer glute, and really feel yourself feeling the lengthening of the waistline. Breathing into any resistance. Now, for most of us, friends, this region of the body, this gateway region, tends to hold on. It's where a lot of resistance, a lot of tension resides. And so it's our job to find the breath, channel the breath to those spots in the body that you might just experience pain, resistance, tension, and you might be very familiar with that. Hey, you live in your body. No one else does. So therefore, we've got to keep our home here on this planet, known as our body, nice and supple. Now, from here, we're going to keep the feet wide, come back to center, take your palms out, think Tadasana arms here, and then inhale, take your hip points up to the ribs and give me just a bicep curl. Make a fist with the palms, breathe in, squeeze everything, and then big breath out. I'm going to show you from the side. Inhale, notice my pelvis tilting, squeeze everything nice and tight, and then exhale, send your tailbone out and back. A few more of these. While you continue to move, I'm going to let another friend in. Apparently, it's a popular Thursday, and I love it, friends. So great we could all be together today. Exhale, take it out, and then give me two more. Inhale, squeeze and tilt that pelvis. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, release it all. And one more. Inhale. We're going to hold at the top of the breath. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Hold, hold, hold. And exhale. Woo, welcome. Hi, Sophie. Glad you could make it. Inhale, circle the arms up nice and tall. Keep your feet nice and wide. Exhale through the nose. Hinge forward, friends. And we're going to come all the way down. Now, this is where you want to add blocks if you'd like, right underneath your shoulders. Inhale, flat back. Come all the way back up. Keep your feet wide. Exhale, left hand slides down the thigh. Reach your right arm over. Now, we just did those outer hip exercises, so feel the length here. Hold for another Ujjayi breath. Now, as you exhale, engage your left oblique to lift the body up. Right hand comes down, left arm comes up, and then reaches over to the right side of your space. Feel the lengthening, feel the toning through the glutes, through the obliques, and your side body. Inhale, come all the way up. We're going to take it one more time. Left hand slides down the leg. Right arm reaches over. Feel your hip points pressing toward the right side of your space. Looking so strong today, friends. Inhale, come all the way up. Engage the belly. Right hand down, left arm up and over as we take that exhale through the nose. Wonderful. Inhale, come all the way up to center. Palms will reach to the sky. Exhale, hinging forward once again. Now, I'm going to keep my legs rather straight. I want to get into those hamstrings today. That is going to be up to you. You can bend your knees a little bit more. If you want a little less through the hamstrings, catch opposite elbows here, friends. So ragdoll variation with our broad base. That means the feet are nice and wide here. And I want you to really just let the elbows, let your head hang heavy. Bend your knees if it's too intense. Straighten your legs even more. You can even sway here slowly from side to side. Long, calm breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. And then release your arms, reach wide. Inhale, spot the front of your yoga mat, and then come all the way up. Feel your back body working. Reach for the stars. And then exhale, cactus shape the arms. Nice back bend. Take it to your deepest expression or keep it gentle today, friends. And exhale to Tadasana arms. Come back to upright. Wonderful. Inhale and interlace your fingers behind your low back. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Reach for the mat with your knuckles. Lift the heart to the sky. Stretch your breath, stretch your throat. Inhale here. Some of you will stay right here. Others are going to take it into that inversion. Exhale, hinge forward. Remember, these are options. As your knuckles lift, your head lowers, gazing between the thighs or even toward your navel. Your knuckles will start to reach skyward and then eventually travel overhead toward the wall at the front of your space. Inhale, gaze to the front of your mat, come all the way back up. Feel that back body working once again. Find your back bend. So shift your hips forward, reach your knuckles for the earth. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, release the arms, just let them hang at your side. Take a few moments, notice how this feels. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose, friends. And you know that at any time you can keep those eyes closed. You could also keep your eyes open. On your next breath, inhale, circle the arms tall. And as you exhale, float your palms to heart center. Bring your big toes to touch. Heels perhaps a little further away than the toes. Exhale, sitting into Utkatasana. Now, as you find that imaginary chair, squeeze your inner thighs together. Weight transfers to the heels. If you have a sore low back like I tend to get, take your hip points and reach them up to the ribs. So again, see that little tilt of the pelvis. It's going to give you nice space in the low back and in that lumbar spine. Glue your right foot where it is. Inhale, step your left foot back, crescent lunge. Now keep your sit bones nice and low. This is going to strengthen the low body. Inhale yet again, left foot returns to the right. Stay in that chair pose, keep your sit bones low. Inhale, right foot steps back. Wonderful. Exhale, right foot meets left. Inhale, Tadasana. Woo! Waking up those legs, friends. Inhale, circle the arms. So far, it's not that cold here in Las Vegas now that we're moving. Exhale. You can imagine what it was like before we got moving, I'll tell you. Inhale, halfway lift, slide your hands up your shins. Exhale, palms to the mat, right under the shoulders. Step back, find your plank pose, and then let your knees come down to the mat. Inhale, lengthen from head to tailbone. Exhale, slow chaturanga dandasana. Hug your elbows into the ribs. And then inhale, find your cobra pose. Lift the skull up and back, looking so good. And then exhale, tuck your toes. Come to either table or down dog. I know some of you have your wrist stuff going on, so just find table. The rest of us, walk your dog. It's nice when you know your audience because that allows me to cue to exactly what's going on in your bodies. I wonder when I cue, if you feel like I'm speaking directly to you. I probably am, friends. Thank God, goodness, we have good communication. Everybody shares what's going on. And in turn, that's what I share. I always share what's going on. There's never a dull moment in our bodies, right? At the bottom of your exhale, bend your knees, look between your hands, step, walk, or float, feet to hands. Same inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Slide your hands up the shin. Exhale, Uttanasana, and inhale, come all the way up. Reach for the stars. Exhale, palms to center. Just take a moment, feel free to close the eyes or just soften the gaze, taking a few breaths. Check in with the quality of your breath. Check in with your heart rate. Elevated heart rate is a good thing. Just make sure you're not overexerting yourself. On your inhalation, friends, circle the arms, blink your eyes to open. And then exhale, palms to center. Step your left foot back to crescent lunge. That right foot will stay exactly where we are. And then from here, hug your right hip back. Exhale, hinge forward. Left hand to the mat or your block right underneath your shoulder. Inhale, reach your right hand to the sky. Find that nice rotation in the thoracic spine. You can gaze to your right hand. If that doesn't feel good on your neck, take a look down at your left hand. Either one helps the body. As we find our twist, we know all the benefits. We've gone over it before. Exhale, right hand comes down, frame your front foot. And now step your left foot up to meet the right. Come back to chair pose. Inhale, reach the hands high, sitting a little lower as long as that feels good. Inhale again. Exhale, Tadasana. Ooh, really nice. Inhale, circle the arms. Exhale through the nose, palms float to your heart. Step your right foot back, crescent lunge. You know, I like to change up these flows. Some days Chaturanga City, some days not. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, start to hinge forward. Hug your left hip back. Right hand will come down under the shoulder. Inhale, twisting to the left, looking up or looking down, just depending on your neck mobility. That's another part of the body that tends to have tension, have resistance, stress residing. So always listen to your body. Each time you come to the mat, friends, it will be a different experience. Exhale, left hand down, frame your right foot, or left foot rather. Inhale, step your right foot up to meet the left. Exhale, sink your sit bones lower. Inhale, hands to the sky, chair pose. Inhale, burning in the thighs, working for strength, and exhale, Tadasana. Really nice, friends. Take a moment. Again, just feeling into the feet, your mat, checking in. Really, really nice. Now take your feet about hips distance. If you want a broader base, a little broader. Close your eyes here or just a soft gaze to the earth. Now on your inhalation, take your right hand, reach it up to the left side of your head. Take your inhale here. Feel your right elbow lifting to the sky, lengthening your neck. And then exhale, just soften the right ear toward the right shoulder. Let the weight of your right hand help to deepen the stretch. Breathing into the left jaw, relax your tongue. Feel your left shoulder melting away from the ear. Now we'll stay here for a few breaths, but if you want to go deeper, inhale your left hand to your low back. That'll help to deepen the stretch. That doesn't feel good on your shoulder or your neck. Feel free to release either the left hand or the right hand, friends. These are just different variations. That's some familiar stretches we've done. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out through the nose. Allow your exhale to be a bit longer than the inhale. And then release your left hand. Release the right. Inhale, bring your head up to neutral. Exhale here, Tadasana. Inhale, grow long through the neck. Bring your left hand up to the right side of your head. Lift through the left elbow. And then exhale, softly bring your left ear toward your left shoulder. Soften the gaze, relax the muscles around the eyes. Breathe into the right side of the neck. Allow your shoulder to melt further from the ear. Staying here, or inhale, your right hand will come to the low back. Continue to allow your breath to guide you during your practice today. If the breath is shallow, short, and choppy, maybe that means we'll not go as deep in your postures. That's also fine. Let your movement and your postures be a mirror image of the quality of your breath. Some days we go deep. Some days we just show up and do what we can. Inhale, release your right hand and your left. Exhale, bring your head back to neutral. Take a full inhale, feel the lengthening through the front, sides, and back of the neck. Exhale, right to right, leaving your hands at your side. Exhale, bringing your chin to the chest. Just allow it to slide with ease. And then inhale, left to left. Exhale, chin to chest, breathing into the back of the neck, the cervical spine and shoulders. Inhale, right to right. And again, exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left to left. This time, take it all the way around. Stretch your throat. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And when your chin finds the chest, take it the opposite direction. Notice the quality of your breath, my friends. In through the nose and out through the nose. Lift the chin, find your neutral head placement. Take your exhale. Just letting out any sighs anytime you need it. Inhale, right shoulder and the chin will meet. Exhale, deep exhalation. Come across center, slide your chin over to the left. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, back through center to your first side. And your next exhale, sliding back to the left. Stay for the inhale. And a big sigh, come back to neutral. Inhale, shrug your shoulders to the ears. Exhale, release. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, release. Take a few moments. I encourage you to keep your eyes closed. If you're not at the front of your mat, come to the front of your mat. We're going to take a vinyasa, but feel the vinyasa, friends. Feel the movement. And just trust that you'll find yourself in the right shape. Inhale, circle your arm. Exhale through the nose, bend the knees or straight legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the mat. Find your plank pose. Stay in plank. Inhale, shift your weight slightly forward. You can exhale right to down dog or table, or take your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, back to down dog. And if the eyes are closed, blink your eyes to open. Start to walk your dog. Yes and no motions with your head and neck. Just notice the quality of your thoughts, observing any shifts in energy, in mood, emotions. Just saying a quick thank you quietly to yourself. Thank you to your body. Thank you for this practice and all the amazing benefits it has to help improve the quality of our lives. Inhale, lift your right heel to the sky. Exhale, step between your palms. Left knee's going to come right down to the mat, untuck your toes. Inhale, circle your arms to the sky. Exhale, palms float to center. Twist right, hook your left elbow to the outer right thigh. Inhale, press your palms together, engage your chest muscles. And once again, looking over the right shoulder or simply looking to your right foot. Tone your belly. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, deepen your twist. And then inhale, come back to center. And exhale, frame your front foot. Step back to plank pose. Take your vinyasa or just exhale right to down dog, matching one breath to one movement. Remember, friends, some days we skip all the chaturangas. Some days we might take them all and even do one or two extra, right? Inhale, lift your left heel. Step between your palms. Right knee comes down. When you feel ready, reach your palms to the sky. Inhale here. And then exhale, palms to center, hugging your left hip back. Inhale, twist left. Right elbow will hook to the outer left thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen your twist. Remember to find your breath. Soften the shoulders away from the ears and release your jaw. Very often when we're trying to go deeper, such as a twist, we start to clench the jaw. We have tendencies, friends. We don't even think about it. That's why I'm here today to remind you. Inhale, come out of your posture. Lift your palms skyward. Exhale, frame your front foot. Step back to either down dog or plank. Some of you will stay in dog from plank. Inhale, shift your weight slightly forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, Adho Mukha. Coming back to down dog. Paddling one heel at a time to the mat. Continue to press your belly a little closer to your thighs. And friends, you're going to feel a nice stretch through the shoulders. And when you're ready, walk your hands back to your feet. Take your yoga blocks with you if you'd like. They'll be placed right underneath the shoulders to support yourself. Or catch opposite elbows once again, this time taking that unnatural grip. So whatever way you grab naturally, then switch it up. You're bent for less heat in the hamstrings. Legs are straight. You want to add a little more heat to those hamstrings and the back body. Deep breaths now, in through the nose and out through the nose, encouraging just a bit more space as you move the shoulders slightly further away from the ears. Breathing into your low back. This is a great way to help decompress your spine with gravity as the force doing all of the work. Yes and no motions with your head and neck. And then release your palms. Blink your eyes to open if they're not already there. And then inhale, flat back, come all the way up. Use your glutes, use your back body. Reach for the stars. Exhale, cactus your arms, open up the chest. And exhale, hands to your sides, finding Tadasana. Really nice, friends. We're going to do something a little fun today. So if you have a yoga block, go ahead and grab it. I want to work on our balance in a different way. Balance section, everybody's favorite. If it's not your favorite, then just skip it, friends, okay? I'm trying to please everybody. And you know how that goes. We just talked about boundaries at the beginning of class, right? I need to go back and read the mantra again to myself. All right. Now, hands can be on the wall. You could use a chair, but I'm actually going to ask you to use a yoga block. Hopefully you have light yoga blocks. This isn't supposed to be a weight resistance opportunity. Now, our left foot is the one that's going to be glued. Glue it to your mat or wherever you're standing. On your inhalation, I'm going to ask you to lift your right knee, hip height, pass the block underneath the leg, and back to where we started as the right leg comes down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So the first thing you're going to notice is that you'll want to do is you want to curve or C-curve the spine. What I'm going to ask you to do to challenge yourself is to keep your ears stacked over the shoulders, stacked over the hips. Inhale, exhale. So notice my posture is not changing. You might want to lift your leg a little higher. It just depends if you have short arms like I do. And I'm going to ask you to do just a few more. We will go to the second side. Well, some of you have great, great legs. Your legs look like you're a rocket coming up over your head. Good for you. If you have long legs, I don't know if it makes it easier or more challenging. How's that grounded leg? Anybody starting to feel it in the glute? Woo-hoo. Good. Quick, swift breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 3 to go. I bet you thought I forgot, right? 2, breathing Ujjayi breath for 3. Excellent. Shake it out. Keep your Ujjayi breath flowing. Wiggle those hips. Do what you need to do. Same wall, different foot, same block. Here we go. When you're ready, join us. If you need another break, take it, my friends. Inhale, lift your left knee, pass the block, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, I will tell you, the sooner you get started, the sooner you finish. There's a little motivation for you on this beautiful Thursday in January, the longest month of the year. This one seems to be moving a little faster. I mean, we are what? January, was it 8th? Something like that. Feels like January 8th. Last year at this time, I think I told you January was like 8 weeks long. Even though it's really only 4. But there's a couple times in the year, in the calendar, if you look, you might have like 4 of the 7 days, 5 days, or 5 times in the month. 3 to go. Keep breathing. Hopefully all of my jibber jabber has made this go faster, friends. Excellent. Shake it out. Now, you know I like to change things up. We're going to go right into half moon. Another favorite. Block is going to go in the upper right-hand corner. We are going to switch to our right leg. Now, if you're using a wall, the wall's going to be up against the right side of your mat or of your body. It's really up to you. And you can tell my heart rate is up. Yours will be as well. Right foot is exactly where it is. We're going to move in one breath. Inhale, your left hand to the hip, right hand reaches, left leg out. Open your hips, And then exhale, find your block. Inhale, standing right back up. Exhale, find your block. Inhale, left foot meets right. Beautiful. Think of yourself like you're on a seesaw and head to left heel is the lever. The right leg isn't moving, the right leg is stabilizing. I'm not even asking you to extend your left hand today. See how this feels. You know, if you're working, I see some of you are near steps. You know how it goes up at an angle. You could even go halfway and then press off the steps. You could press off a plant stand as long as it's nice and energetic. Give me 3 more. That right leg, friends, should be feeling the work. Now, on the 3rd one, I'm going to ask you to hold it only if it's comfortable for you. Hold your posture, keep breathing, extend your left hand. Give me 1 more breath. And then exhale. Come all the way up. Shake out that right side. You did great. I saw how many reps you were doing, and you should be feeling this. So just take a moment, circle the hips, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Take your drink, do what you need to do, change direction. Now, I wanted today's balancing section to be an active one. So there are times in our yoga practice where we can make things into a cardio challenge, if you will, kind of like this middle section. And I love showing you variety. As you know, there's nothing new here. 2025 is a new year. Same me. Anybody else with me? I don't believe in that new year, new me, because it's still me. I'm just older. All right. Hope you can have a fun and jovial perspective as well. Okay, here we go. Half moon on the second side. My block is in the front left corner of the mat. If you're using the wall and it was on your right side, you might want to turn onto your left side. On your inhalation, right hand to the hip, open up your hips. Exhale, hands to block. Inhale, back to upright, beautiful. Exhale, hand to block, inhale up. Now, I'm not going to count you through this. I want you to move at your pace. I want you to feel that you could even keep your right foot floating the whole time. And you know what that does? That makes your left toes grip the mat, strengthening the ankle, strengthening your feet. I'm demonstrating, if anyone was watching, how to pause when you nearly fall. We don't want anyone falling. I do want you to feel grounded in that left leg. Give me 3 more. You knew we'd get there soon enough. Moving at your own pace. If it's okay with you and your body, hold that last one. Maybe float your right hand. Find your breath. Right hip is stacking over the left. And then inhale all the way back up. Beautiful. And once again, shake out that left leg. Find those hip rotations. Whoo, friends. Cardio is good for the heart, the mind, the body. Let's change directions. And you can even place your hands back on the hips. Now, I'm going to ask you in your mind, as you continue to focus on your breath, just notice how this variation feels versus when we did it initially. We started very early in our practice today with the same movement. Are you experiencing anything different? Just something to make a note of without labeling or judging. Beautiful. Come back to your wide stance. Bring your block right underneath your sit bones. We're coming into Malasana. This is another great one to open the hips. Helps you to feel nice and loosey-goosey in that low region. Now make sure it's right underneath your sit bones. Feet are wide. I take the balls of my feet and my toes, externally rotate them off the mat. Imagine your back is against a wall. Inhale, palms to center. Nice and slow. Exhale. You'll either come halfway down, sumo squat, think goddess shape, or come to sit right on your block. Feel free to adjust your block as needed. Press your knees back, shoulders pressing back. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, come back to sit on your block or remove the block altogether. I like to demo both. Slide your elbows to the inner thighs if that's accessible for you. Sit a little heavier into the block or sit a little heavier into the outer arches of the feet. Breathe into your hips, breathe into your inner thighs. Looking strong today, friends. And then inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your hips, feet are wide once again. And from here, inhale, take your hands out to a T, and exhale, hinge forward. Wrap your peace sign fingers around your big toes. Inhale, art a halfway lift. So feet are the width of the mat here, straight arms, back, and legs. Exhale, send your elbows out to the sides. Encourage your heart to go through your inner thighs. You're looking at the wall behind you. Breathe here. Continue to find space. Take the shoulders away from the ears. Continue to breathe and creating space by encouraging your heart through your inner thighs. You'll feel a great stretch in the low back, the hamstrings, the Achilles. Inhale, halfway lift. Now exhale, release your hands, place them on the mat right underneath your shoulders, and then step back, find your plank pose. Inhale, shift your weight slightly forward. You can exhale right to down dog or take your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, back to down dog. Wonderful, friends. Walk your dog. Take a few moments to just settle in. Now, we've done a lot of opening for the back body, so let's focus on the front body, that anterior section. Inhale, come to plank. You can exhale all the way down to your belly. So feel free to lower the knees and then slowly come down. Forehead can rest on the mat. And you're going to slide your hands all the way down at your sides. Palms are going to stay facing the earth. Shoulders move far from the ears. Take a deep breath in. Breathe into your low back, your glutes, anywhere that might feel a bit tender. Deep release. Inhale. Tone your belly. Start to press your pubic bone into the mat. Engage your glutes, and then press your toenails into the mat. See if you can slide your big toes either together or just toward the midline of your mat. Staying active in your back body. Inhale, reach your toes and fingers for the wall behind. You're going to start to peel the front body off the mat, your front ribs, coming into Shalabhasana, locust pose. Feel the back body working and strengthening, and then exhale, soften down and fully relax. Soften your glutes, breathe into your low back, any tender regions, even the shoulders. When you're ready, inhale, engage your body, come back to Shalabhasana. If it feels all right, interlace your fingers behind your body. You might even lift your toes now off the mat and reach your knuckles, reach your toes back. One more breath, one more front rib off the mat. And exhale, friends. Release and soften down. Inhale through the nose, bend at the knees. Just start to circle. You might make large circles, maybe just swaying them side to side. Breathe into your hips. This is always a great way to get into the anterior chain of the body. Excellent. Now on your next inhalation, slide your hands down to the low ribs and then press up into table pose. So on your hands and knees, and then coming into Virasana. So a couple options, you're just going to sit on your heels. You could also place a block, any height between the feet. I'm demonstrating that. I have the block on the lowest setting, and that sometimes will help to create space behind the knees. The whole idea is I want you to feel that stretch in the quads where I'm tracing with my hand. So just start to notice how that feels. Now, if the block doesn't work, get rid of it or keep it. You could even broaden your base, keeping the block between the feet, and then you'll sit on the block or you'll sit on the mat between the feet. Your toes are facing backward. Your knees are as wide as the mat. Your ankles and knees are in a straight line. I don't know what it is, but I love resting my hands on my quads and massaging, or I'll just rest them on my heels. Do you feel a stretch? If it's a heck yeah, you're exactly where you need to be. If you need a little more, take any options towards Supta, which is on the back. We've done it before. I'm staying right here today. I don't need to go to the back. So please go to the point that it feels good for you. We're going to have just a few moments to breathe. Keep your sit bones rooted. Press your knees firmly into the earth. Stacking the shoulders over the hips. Just take a few more breaths here. If you find yourself just hurrying it along and hoping to get out of the pose, remember you are electing to stay in the pose. There's no force, rather just creating space. One more breath. A big sigh. Slowly come out of that posture, bringing your legs all the way around. Do you hear my lower extremities singing opera? I'm telling you, it's how it always feels when I come out of deep postures. Hands behind for support, flex your feet, heels nice and wide on the mat, and let's windshield wiper. From side to side, take your time. Maybe you could consciously make this the slowest breath and movement paired together of the whole week. Ooh, there's a challenge for you. It's not easy to slow down, right? We are very conditioned in our society to be on the move. Beat the clock, get here, do this. I won't remind us, right? This is sometimes the only hour of my day that I get to actually slow down. And I still have to watch the clock, right? As a teacher, I know some of you are teachers out there. Beating the clock, it's a way of life. All right, friends, one more wide-legged straddle. You can turn sideways or stay forward. We're not going to stay here long. This can be gentle. You can use the block, or you can just keep that block off to the side. Flex your feet, activate the sides of your waist, lengthening to the sky. Inhale tall. Exhale, hinge forward. You can use your arms or not. This is yogi's choice. Take it as deep or as gentle as you'd like to go. If you find that the straddle is too wide, narrow your base. Think of reaching your heart beyond and away from your navel. Take another deep breath here. Deep sigh out. Walk your hands back in. Keep the Ujjayi breath flowing. Come all the way up. I hope you feel a nice relief in that low back region. Bring your legs together and let's find our way to our backs. Keep your block nearby. We're going to use that just one more time before we get into our meditation. Now, if you have anything you want to use for your meditation and you're going to be staying on your back, grab any props, anything that you'd like to use, a blanket, and have that nearby because we're going to transition soon. But I don't want you to have to get up an extra time. Who wants that? Now, keeping your legs bent, think of bridge pose here. So on your inhale, simply lift your hips to the sky. And then I'm going to ask you to bring your block underneath your pelvis. So your glutes are supported, low back is supported. And then you can just set your hips back down on the block. Feel free to lift and adjust as needed. Breathing into any resistance and just coming into that restorative option. Hands can be on the belly or just resting at your side. And we're just going to go through a few options. And I'm going to invite you to try all of the variations of this posture today. So the first option, keeping your knees bent the whole time. If you suffer from low back pain, chronic low back pain, you might experience some tension here initially. What you'll notice, friends, most sensations will dissipate after just a few breaths. And join me if you'd like on your next inhale. Extend your right leg out long and keep your left leg bent. Relax the right toes and just start to notice the lengthening through your right hip flexor, through the hip point and your quad muscle. Deep, long Ujjayi breath. Allow your out breath to be a bit longer than the in breath. Now, the second option I'm going to give you is to extend both legs long. So extend your left leg long. See how that feels on your body. If it's not feeling so great, then just bend your right leg, press your foot back into the mat. And now you're just doing to the left side what we did to the right side. Those of you that have both legs extended, just relax. The toes will drift apart. This is a great, great back bend that offers you full support, but at the same time is completely effortless. Gravity is taking over. For those of you that have your legs straight or one leg straight, go ahead and find the bend back in the knees. Press into the feet, lift your hips, taking that yoga block out. Release your hips back down. Excellent. Now, one more move with the block. So I'm going to ask you to place the block on the lowest setting and the lowest setting between your shoulder blades. So if you need to take a look, I'm placing it right here between my shoulder blades. And I'm going to simply lay down on the block, and only if it feels good, make adjustments. And then your head will come off the block back onto the mat. So you're getting a nice stretch through the throat. If that doesn't feel good, you can even move it down between the shoulder blades. So just see what feels good. And friends, be playful here. I'm not expecting you to find the perfect fit initially. So just feel that opening through the heart once you get yourself settled. And you'll feel that same gentle opening through the heart space. And this puts the body in a nice vulnerable state, softening in the breath. And just about 3 to 4 more breaths here. Heart is open. Throat chakra is ready to receive. And then when you're ready, slowly removing that block. Let it come off to the side. We are done with the block, friends, unless you're using it for your meditation. And then from here, let your head and neck come back safely onto the mat. And then bring your right knee into the chest. Exhale, take it over supine twist. Reach your right arm long. Soften in. Your right shoulder blade should feel heavy back into the mat. Take a deep breath here. And relax. Just allow your body to completely surrender in the pose. Your hands may fall. And slowly come back to center. Inhale, hug your left knee into the chest. And then exhale it over. For a supine twist, your left arm reaches far from the body. Inhale, lengthen the breath. Exhaling through the nose, an even deeper release. And then inhale back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Taking happy baby. And this, friends, will be the final posture that we take together today. So feel free to take this into another twist or any other postures that feel good for your body. And then as you feel ready, a deep sigh, free the legs, and then find a comfortable posture for Shavasana. And after a bit, you'll hear some silence. My voice will return as we come into meditation. Allow your natural breath to return. Deep breath in, holding at the top of your breath, and release. Ah. Softening in your body in this moment with this breath. Taking your next breath in a little slower. And as you find your out breath a little gentler, a little longer than the in breath. Noticing what it feels like right now, here, to be in your body, in a sea of consciousness. You are alert, but at ease. Tune into your breath, tune into your body. And observe how that feels. Bring your attention to the regions of your body that tend to hold on to strain, resistance. And just like ice melts into water, acknowledge the strain, acknowledge the resistance in the body. And if it feels stubborn or it won't leave, just allow it. Just like that water that is fluid, takes on any shape. And allow yourself to be at ease with the tension being there. It's not connected to you, your body. It's just there. But you can use your breath and you can bring your attention back to your breath. And before you know it, that resistance will also melt away and evaporate back into the universe where it belongs. No might make them angry, but it will make you free. And take a big inhalation and a big exhale. Notice how it feels in your body. And start to notice your body in space, wiggling your toes, your fingers, opening the jaw. And begin to stretch your body. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Take this moment to sway, to savor this calm and peace. And then roll to one side, take your time. And just quietly saying thank you to your body for this day, this practice. And then, my friends, as you feel ready, pressing up to seated, bring your hands to center in Anjali Mudra. I hope you feel peaceful, at ease. I wish you a very blessed weekend ahead. And friends online, I'll see you next Thursday. Take very good care. Namaste. Thank you so much, friends. Take good care. Bye-bye.